thank you, Susie, for being our first person to come in here for our individual consultations. I really appreciate you taking the time to come. So, did you have a great time? I'm so glad. I have just a few questions for you, and the first thing is, I've already asked. Number one, did you have a good time? Wonderful. My second question, Susie, is how does your face feel? Does it feel good? Okay, wonderful. Do you have any questions? Okay, all right. And my last question is, tell me, Susie, which set would you like to start with today? Which set would you like to start with today? The Miracle set or our entire Party Girl set? Which one's best for you? Okay, all right. So, consultants, I'm going to stop here and talk with you a little bit about the individual consultation. This is by far the most important part of your party. You can do everything wrong at the party, but if you don't do individual one-on-one consultations with your potential customers that are there, you're really missing out on the boat. So I want to just remind you that when you're sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table, that you need to say, "Hey, who's in a hurry? Who's in a hurry?" And ask, who's in a hurry, and ask that person to be your first one to come on into the living room or the bedroom or wherever that you have set up and meet you one at a time, and then just go clockwise around the table. So when you are doing your individual consultations, it's important for you to be in another area. They're having brownies and doing all that stuff in the kitchen while you are in here in the living room with your individual one-on-one consultations. You may have like an extra little table, like a cart, not a cart table, but a coffee table, or maybe a TV stand or something that you can sit out some extra product for them to look at. I was showing the compacts and things. That would be a great thing to have set up in the living room. That way when they come in and talk to you and you're suggesting different skincare pieces for them and then booking them for their own party, you can, refer to this or refer to that. And they can be browsing. Add-ons are very important. Once they choose a set, they may want to add the eye color out of that compact. Or they may want to add the fragrance that they smell over here. So don't be afraid to take some extra things. You want your parties to be simple, just like we showed during our party process. It was the welcome and introductions, the hostess gift, the skincare part. Then we broke for a minute and did some games with the 8 Reasons Why Women Choose Mary Kay sheet of paper. We did a game, the cell phone game, where they wrote down everybody's name, and the person that wrote down the most names got a gift. And then we did the book to looks, the envelopes. And we showed the book to look envelopes, and that's very important that you have 3D vision, that you go not only to book but to sell and to recruit. And so all 3 things are accomplished that way. 3D vision, get your 3D goggles on and get ready to book, sell, and recruit at your skincare classes. But anyway, what I was getting to is at the end, you really have to ask who's in a hurry and get with that person one at a time, and then ask her to, nudge the next person on the shoulder, and you do one time, one at a time, one at a time. And not only for your purposes, but also for theirs. Many women don't want to explain their financial situation in front of everybody at the table. If they had to pick and choose what they wanted based on their financial status right now at the table, they would just say, "I don't want anything," or they would just buy a lipstick. Whereas when you're sitting with them in the living room, sort of semi-privately, you can say, "Hey, if money were no object, what would you like to take home today?" And she can tell you what she really wants, and then you can set up something with her that works for her financial situation. A post-dated check, half now, half next week, or break it into 3 payments, or she may want to put half on a card and pay you cash for the other half. There's a million and one different ways that we can get her what she wants. That is our job, to help her take home everything that she wants. And whether she can afford to buy it all today or not, work out something with her, book a party with her, whatever. So going back to, in the living room, I have my roll-up bag in there, or an extra one in there completely filled. I have my placemat in here with me. I have my book to look envelopes, extra ones. I have my date book with the highlighted dates that I am available for them to pick out. Then I have some extra products sitting around. And so there's 4 questions that Mary Kay asks Mary Kay Ash trained us on how to do our individual consultations with 4 closing questions at your individual one-on-one consultation. Number 1 is, Mary, I'm so excited that you came. Did you have a good time? Wonderful. Number 2, how does your face feel? And I always do this, and I do that, and they do that, and they say it feels great, or I need more moisture, I need less moisture, I need this, my color, whatever. Fix the problem real quick. And then number 3, do you have any questions? And I usually shake my head, do you have any questions? And that way they usually say no, because they'll probably ask me something that I'm not sure of. Oh, and there's my dogs making an appearance finally. Okay. And then the last question is, I hold my roll-up bag up and I say, tell me, Susie, out of everything that you tried today, which set do you want to take home? The miracle set, just the miracle set, or the whole party girl bag? What's best for you? And you've got to ask that question. You have to say, what set would you like to take home today? If you don't ask that question, they're not going to buy a set. You're not making them buy anything. You're not making them buy any set, but you are encouraging it by the phrasing that you use. Which set would you like to take home today? And then when she comes up with, questions or challenges or concerns, whatever, you can address them at that point and work something out with her. So I hope you have enjoyed our series on the party. It's been fun, and it's been really wonderful for me to go through all of this, not only for you, but for me. It was an extra training for myself. So I hope you've enjoyed them. You are the best. Walk into every party with your head held high, your great suit on, knowing that you can have that 3D vision. Book, sell, and recruit. Have an awesome day.